One of the most key ways, in my opinion, to stay in your power and to not give your energy away is to be discreet with your finances. So, when we talk with other people, our perception of them is projecting a huge amount of psychic energy onto them. If you think someone is super rich, or if you think someone is sick, or you think someone is going through a bad time because they're getting divorced, or whatever is going on, when you have an idea about someone in your mind when you're talking to them, that is projecting outwards, and it's a huge amount of psychic energy for them to take on. And so when we talk about our finances, we're giving people these like solid pieces of data in which to build a stronger structure in their perception about us. So this structure is hard to change. So when you tell people how much you earn or how much debt you have, like I was hanging out with a guy, this was many, many years ago, and within the first hour of us hanging out together, I knew how much debt he had, I knew how much in rent he was paying, and I knew his income. And what that did was I had this sense about him now where I was putting him in a box that he essentially had created, but it was going to be harder for me to change my perception of him because I had these hard data points. So when we share this kind of information and we're giving people these hard data points that are going to make a more rigid structure in their perception, then we're limiting the amount of possibility that can be in that space between us. So a couple years ago, learned this from my mentor. She told me to shut my mouth because I was telling everybody everything. And ever since I did that, what I found, it's really funny, like especially with money, almost nobody knows how much money I have. They don't know how much money I have. And it's funny because I can tell that some people assume that I'm like really rich. Other people assume I'm pretty broke. And in the end, no one's going to know. So that's what I recommend, is to keep your finances discreet in order to maintain more power and control. And when people do ask you, you can skirt around the answer. So when people ask, how much did you pay for that? You can say like, I paid enough, or I got a great deal, or, it wasn't a bad price. Or if people ask, how much did you earn from that gig? Say, I was really satisfied with what they paid me. I felt really good about that. But just remember, you don't have to tell anybody anything. And I know it's hard in conversation when the pressure is on, but that is your power and you choose